Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. So I've got a good news, bad news situation. We'll start with the bad news. So we are still 2 weeks out from getting concrete for the new garage here. That's the bad news. The good news is there's a reason for it. The guys that Koblenz Builders subcontract out to do their concrete work are kind of the premier concrete contractors in this area. That's a tongue twister, try saying that. It's premier concrete contractors. Anyway, I think it's one of those situations where it's better to be patient than be in a rush. There's no real deadline we need to have this garage done other than, you know, we'd like to be able to use it this summer and sit out on the porches overlooking the pond. And the other thing is, you know that they're good because they are booked out. Anybody who's worth their weight in gold when it comes to concrete, they have a wait list, they've got a backlog. If you've got a concrete contractor that is available tomorrow, it's probably one of two reasons. They're brand new to it and it might be a gamble. They might get lucky and be good, or they probably aren't good and that's the reason that they don't have a book of business waiting to have concrete work done. So anyway, because we can't do anything with the garage for another 2 weeks, I do want to keep this project moving along. Let me show you what we're going to work on today to keep it moving. So if you guys remember a few videos ago, we brought in 38 loads of fill here for the driveway approaching to the new garage with the dump trailer. And that presents a little bit of a problem because right on the edge of where we're going into the garage, we've got about a 3 to 4 foot lift of fill that is pretty much just a straight drop off. So we're actually gonna go dig some more fill today and kind of taper this down so it's not quite so steep. And then we're gonna top dress it with some topsoil, plant some grass seed. And then once we get to, I'm gonna say probably right in here somewhere, there's no amount of fill that's going to lessen that slope because it just continues to drop off. So what we're gonna end up doing is bringing in fill here to lessen it as much as we can. And then the plan is, I've got a ton of these boulders laying around the property, back in the woods. There was a glacier that came through here, picked all these up out of the earth and set them up on the surface back in the woods. So aside from bringing in fill, this is all going to be grass right here, and then starting right about here is going to be a rock wall. So we're going to have to bring in fill, topsoil, grass seed, and then starting here is going to be fill, and then probably some geotech fabric to keep weeds from growing up, and then we're just going to dress that side hill there with rock because it's going to be too steep to mow no matter what we do. And in case you were wondering, this is on our 2022 projects list, landscape new garage. Let's get to it. But first, it's a Friday night, and I just noticed the roadside stand is empty, which means there's money in here, and we need to fill it back up. So people wanting to have a Friday night campfire can do so. Oh, nice. They paid in quarters. Gotta love that. All right, I got 2 racks filled. That should hopefully get me through tonight until tomorrow morning when I'm done moving dirt and I can come down here and fully restock the stand. We'll keep an eye on it. If it empties out, I'll have to bring a whole basket down here and do it today. But let's get to moving dirt now. All right, finally we are gonna get to do some digging here. I already went ahead and scraped off all the topsoil here. This is my favorite kind of digging to do. You don't have to worry about being careful. You're just going to town, hogging dirt, getting as big as scoops as you can, slinging it around. Now, I mean, you don't want to hit the dump trailer, so you got to be careful there, but that's pretty much the only thing you got to worry about. No utilities, nothing like that. Now, in the last video, a lot of people said I was going too easy on the dump trailer because it's only rated for 10,000 pounds. And I explained all that I didn't want to overload the trailer and everything, which, you know, I'm not driving on public roads, I'm just driving here on my property. And a lot of people said if that's all the further you're going is from here up to the house, you can definitely load it a little bit more full than you were. So we're going to give that a try today. I think I was putting 7 or 8 scoops in those loads in the last video. And I think today we're going to try to fill it quite a bit more full than that because, like I said, we're not really going that far, just up the driveway and then dumping it. I am hauling it with an F-150, so that's probably my biggest limiting factor is, you know, being able to come to a stop. And if I'm not going that fast, I'm only going to be going 5-10 miles an hour up the driveway. We should be able to load it pretty full. I guess the other limiting factor would be the hydraulic cylinder on the dump trailer being able to dump it. We got to make sure we don't overload it, that it won't, you know, bench press it up and be able to dump all the dirt out. Now this dirt here, since we're not going to be driving on it, we're not building a road, we're just building a slope. I'm not going to be too concerned with compaction and all that like I was with the driveway. We're basically just going to dump it on the high side of the driveway, push it over the edge with the box blade, and then whatever settling happens over time, it's not going to be an issue. Another thing that one of the commenters left, which I thought was a really helpful tip for me as a new excavator operator, is don't ever load over the side. Come in through the tailgate like I'm doing here, because in that first video, you know, when you're swinging around, you dump dirt. So when I was coming in this way, I was inevitably spilling some dirt on the fenders there, on the fender lights, and luckily I didn't crack any, but it is a good idea to come through the tailgate, so if you do drop anything, you're not hitting your fenders or your lights on the dump trailer. So I don't know who that was, but thank you. That was a good piece of advice there. I do have to say, swinging in this pattern here, you do get a little bit dizzy. I'm just going in one big circle. Hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy. Alright, I think that ought to be a good enough load there. Let's go ahead and head up and dump it. All right, so I think we've got enough dirt up here. We can go ahead and bring the excavator up with a grading bucket and start shaping this hillside. We'll probably still need a little bit more dirt, but the battery on the dump trailer is dead. We've got it charging with the solar charger right now, and that'll give us a chance to get this shaped up and see where we stand in terms of how much more dirt we need. All right, so we've got that all graded out now, and I actually brought the zero-turn mower out here and made sure that I could climb that so I know that I'll be able to mow it. And I was right, I do need probably about 2 to 3 more loads of dirt. Like I said, dump trailer is charging right now, so we won't be able to do that. But where I need it is right about here is pretty steep, so I want probably to put 2 loads down here on the bottom, and I'll put them up top and then push them down and smooth it all out. And then I need 1 more load to kind of transition from where it's going to be grass to the rock wall that's going to be all the way over here. So anyway, since we're waiting for the dump trailer to charge, let's go see if we can't find some rocks for this rock wall. All right, guys, that is going to be a wrap for today. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to because, like I said, I needed to charge the battery on the dump trailer. I wanted to be done moving dirt for today, but I still need to bring in topsoil, top dress all of this, get grass seed planted, and then I still need about 2 or 3 loads of fill over here. Now, here's a look at all those rocks that we brought down, and I say rocks like they're, you know, they're actually like boulders. But I will have to peel these all back so that I can get the geotech fabric down after I shape that, and then I will put the rocks back up there. But I didn't want them down here in the grass, so I'd have to mow around them. So I'm kind of tucking them up against the hill, keep them out of the way so I can keep the grass mowed. But yeah, we made pretty good progress today. Like I said, didn't get as far as I wanted to, but hey, we got something done. But anyways, I think this video really demonstrates my cheapness. And I don't even want to call it cheapness. I want to call it financial ingenuity. We're digging fill off of our own property. We're getting boulders out of our woods. We're taking what our property has to offer, and instead of paying somebody else for it, we're gathering it ourselves. And that is especially important in today's economy where everything costs about twice as much as it did last year. That's kind of the main reason I'm doing this, is because everything is just so expensive and I don't want to buy it. You know, like we've got a ton of area here that we need to plant grass seed, and I've been wanting to rototill and go buy, you know, a couple $1,000s worth of grass seed. But that $2,000 worth of grass seed last year is now $4,000 in grass seed this year. So as of right now, I'm just kind of holding off and hoping that prices eventually come back down to earth so that we can afford to maintain our 44 acres again. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.